Welcome to the St. Louis Cardinals franchise, everybody. What a game we have in store today. Game 7 of the NLCS. We're trying to make it to our first World Series of the franchise, and this has been a back and forth series with the Dodgers. We've had some great games in this series, going back to the 15-inning win for us in Game 3. To last episode, thinking we were just about to punch our ticket to the postseason when the Dodgers stormed back in the bottom of the 11th inning, and Alexis Diaz has one of his worst outings of the entire season. Now, with everything on the line, Nestor Cortes will be our pitcher today against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who pitched in the most lopsided game of this series back in Game 2. We only had 2 hits on the day. And that ain't gonna cut it here in Game 7. One of my greatest concerns is that Nestor Cortes is not at full energy for this game. I can't help but think back to the A's franchise when I pitched with Ace Joe Michael in a similar situation, and it didn't go well. If Cortes gets taken out of the game early, Dylan Lesko's somebody we could use in this game, and then Benny Matsumoto would be fresh if we do need to chew up a lot of these innings. Also, Ryan Helsley is going to be our closer today, and maybe our closer if we advance to the World Series. That's how disappointing Alexis Diaz has been. So here we are in the biggest game of the franchise. I've been talking about the end of this series for a while. This was meant to be our last playoff run in the franchise, but I am not ready for it to be done today. Game 7, let's get underway. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 8 strikeouts in 13 innings, a 1.08 whip. We've just got to take advantage of good pitches and let the most important game of the franchise get underway. Yamamoto does appear to be at full energy for this matchup, as he gets ahead of Geraldo Perdomo. And got him looking on the fastball. Nolan Gorman's heroics in Game 6 I thought would be enough to send us to the World Series. 9th inning home run against Evan Phillips. 11th inning home run to put us up by 2. And it still wasn't enough. Well, he's got more chances today. Grounded up the middle. It's off the glove. And Gorman hustles out an infield single. We blew a couple leads in that game. We went up 3-0, in part because Brandon Marsh had a home run. He's hitting third, 281 in the postseason. Rocket to the gap in right center. They won't catch it. He's going to get a ground rule double. The speed of Gorman isn't great, so hard to say if he would have scored had this not bounced over. So 2 hits off of Yamamoto, the same that we had back in Game 2 against him. And now the batting champ in William Contreras. Wow, what a pitch. Surprisingly, hitting 4th all postseason, he only has a couple RBIs. And now 0-2 really needs to cash in here. Oh my. Fastball, strike 3. Not the time for that at-bat. Left up to Daryl Marino suddenly with 2 gone. So we know he's going to throw that splitter a lot. 8 RBIs, meanwhile, for Marino. He's been great with 2 outs. And now down 0-2. Count going even. And now full with Robert on deck, who doesn't even have a hit yet with runners in scoring position. Got him! Breaks out the curve, strikes out the side. That was a really bad missed opportunity. And now it's important that Cortes gets off to a strong start. 9 innings in the postseason, a 7 ERA. It has not been like his regular season. First pitch, missed over the middle and fouled off. It's really important to get him settled into this game. And out in front, good curve from Cortez. Into left center, missing up on the change. And Brendan Rodgers gets the Dodgers a hit. So far, I am not feeling good about his command. Really should have gotten that strike call while we're at it here. Jose Ramos. And that, again, this is not good. Very few pitches have gone in the spot I've wanted. Lined into right field. Back-to-back hits. Mookie Betts is up. It looks like Ohtani not playing. Remember, he did not play in the game after he pitched previously. He pitched game 6. Wow, not even close. Can Contreras recover? Safe at third. And already a massive mess for Nestor Cortez. One I was worried we'd be seeing. On the left side, you can see the scoreboard with Texas leading Minnesota in the 7th inning of Game 7. Pitching to Mookie Betts. And a very critical 2-2 count. He takes it. Full count. And it's ripped to Perdomo. We've got it just getting out. It's 1-0 Los Angeles. And can that be the only run of the first now? I can't see Cortez going far into this game the way this is unfolding. And so it comes down, do you throw another pitcher like Lesko out there, not at full stamina, or do you prepare Benny Matsumoto, one of the biggest draft picks of the series who hasn't had a major league impact, and suddenly put much of this game on his shoulders? Strike 3 on Outman. Bouncing away from Contreras again. Safe at third. Second one that's gotten away. We gotta get out of this inning, and Will Smith will bounce it to win. I'll have to think about how we're approaching the second inning, man. Rough start, exactly what I worried about with our pitching. But to get 2 in scoring position with 1 out and get nothing, obviously, is a terrible start for us offensively. And just based on what I've seen from Yamamoto, 17 pitches in, does feel like he's having a good day, as we're going to sneak one past the infield, luckily. So at the very least, we've surpassed our hits against Yamamoto already. He's been really tough on the first pitch. Under it is Donovan. Finally got a fastball up that I wanted to hit, but Donovan's been hitting a lot of those lazy fly balls. How about Lars? He hasn't had too many big playoff moments yet. And he's going to send one out to right field, but that will also be caught. Mason Wynn is hitting 158, no home runs, no RBIs in the postseason. And we get a good pitch there at the top. Good curveball, but in front. And I just can't lay off anything low. Strike 3 on Wynn. I'm going to give Cortez a chance to face the 6, 7, 8 hitters before making a move. Well, unless we get a bad sign here in the first couple at-bats, but I'm going to try to get a little more than an inning out of him if I can. Up the middle and through. And what is this strike zone? I'm not getting anything in. I get the outside edge, apparently. Now he goes around. We get to pitch from an advantage now. Full count with Jose Miranda on deck. Got him. What a lucky chase. Bounced it past Mason Wynn. Another multi-hit inning. Now Rowdy Tellez, who has had some good moments in this series. 1 homer, 3 RBIs. What is going on? Bounced it. Marino is there. Oh, we only got 1. I legitimately thought we just had 2 outs. All right, popped up. Man, I don't know how I lost track of the outs there in a game like this. We need some runs, though. I think this is going to be a game where we've got to get 5 to 7 to win. He's got a really good curveball. That thing comes in really slow. It feels even slower than 78. That was way late. And he's keeping that curveball in a good spot. He hasn't fallen behind many at-bats yet. And a drive that he's under. Gorman to deep right center. And that's going to be safely caught. It was 106 off the bat, but he was way under that ball. 45-degree launch angle. And Brandon Marsh sends it straight to the shortstop, and that is the top half of the third. The first hitless inning for either pitcher. So right now, I'm just kind of evaluating inning by inning. Is the control getting better? What types of at-bats are we seeing? I'm giving Cortez a chance to still make this outing work. That's a rocket foul. And that's a good cutter. That's right where I wanted it to be. So sometimes if you can just get out of those early innings, you can see a pitcher settle in. And that is a great at-bat against Mookie Betts. Just outside to James Outman. This count is 3-1. Cortez hoping to get that first 1-2-3 inning, but he's not going to. And waving at the changeup, he takes care of the third. Excellent pace so far for Yamamoto, who again throws a perfect strike 1. All right, he misses that edge against us. Fouled back a splitter. That's definitely a big miss. A little bit late. And a more patient at-bat gives us a walk. Marino fouls back a fastball. That was very early suddenly. This one's hooking into the corner. It's a foul ball. And now skied into left center field. And that's got Carey heading way back and caught right in front of the wall. Wow, it just ran out of gas. Robert, right field. That one is going back. And it's gone! Luis Robert Jr. Opposite field homer, he does it again. And he's done all of this. Not that this is the impressive part, but he has no hits with runners in scoring position in the postseason, but he has 4 home runs, and he's driven in some really crucial runs for us. And a lot of this success has been to opposite field. Luis Robert puts us in front in Game 7. Ground ball, sliding stop from Miranda to get Donovan. That fastball, though, is looking a lot better to hit. We've got him under half energy now. 2 outs in the 4th. Oh, that was close. Oh, I took it. I didn't swing. But that time it's untouchable. Strike 3. So it's the 4th inning. We're facing the 6, 7, 8 hitters again. Cortez maybe can give us this inning, but I don't think he'll go further. A 3rd trip today, I don't think is a good call. I have Benny getting up, but now we're a little bit further into the game where I would think about just emptying the bullpen and starting off with a guy like Mason Miller. I thought there was actually a chance we'd have Benny come in like the 2nd inning, and from there, we just see how far he can go. But thankfully, we've gotten this game a little more under control. Pages takes a strike that has not been consistently called. Just under the zone. Finishing at bats has been a challenge in this postseason with Cortez. He got him! 92-mile-per-hour fastball, and that caught a lot of the plate. Miranda now, 1 for 1. He's the one replacing Shohei Ohtani. Essentially. That's the lineup swap anyway. Grounded. Perdomo gathers it in. A 1-2-3 4th inning for Nestor Cortez. I could see him getting one more batter because Rowdy leads off the 5th. And then it's top of the order. But big turnaround there in the 4th inning for the Cardinals as Mason Wynn chops it again, cut off at 3rd. What a play! He's had a couple perfect plays there. Jose Miranda. I swear, though, they have consistently in this series missed to Mason Wynn with, like, home run balls. We're talking, you know, curveballs up like that was, and he's not doing a thing with them. There have to be at least 6 to 8 pitches that he's gotten out on. And it's like, not one of these can be a double or something? So 2 down quickly. Quick inning so far for Yamamoto. And not finding the zone here against Gorman. With 2 outside pitch around him as well. It's pitch 60. And it's caught! Speared at second base by Brendan Rodgers. Going up to get it. Nice snag. And we head bottom of the 5th inning. Rowdy Tellez. Mason Miller looks to be the first reliever that will enter this game. Mason Wynn! Got him! It scares me every time there. I think I turned off throw canceling, but when they don't throw it immediately after getting up, I'm like, did you get my button input or not? I wish there'd be like some vibration on the controller to give you some feedback that it's like, yeah, we know what you're trying to throw it. We're not ignoring this input. You didn't hit it too early or something. All right. I'm putting in Mason Miller. So we've seen Cortez get settled down. Ultimately, this is a positive and good outing for him. Maybe you think now suddenly this is too early. But I am just trying to get ahead of things and protect this lead the best I think I can. Mason Miller. We know that he's a multi-inning guy, but I think it really depends how the 5th inning goes. And if we get strikes called strikes or not. Lifted to Roberts. And it's no problem. Here is a look at the bullpen. I think that Jeff Hoffman is going to pitch in this game. He has full energy. I believe Helsley is going to pitch. If we hold a lead, I'm going to probably wait on putting him in. I would be willing to put him in the 8th inning, though, and potentially go for a 2-inning save or just maybe a little bit more than 3 outs. Good slider from Miller. He struck out Ramos on the high fastball. Oh, and that's the inning. I got confused again on the outs, but this time it's okay. I like to get another one off Yamamoto before they go into their bullpen. 60 pitches in. That's late. Let's take a look then at the Dodgers bullpen. There's Gavin Stone at full rest. Alex Vesia appears to be full rest. And Evan Phillips, I don't see them pitching in this game after going 20-plus pitches in Game 6. That's headed to left field towards the line and run down. Fouled back a splitter. I don't think I've really put the splitter in play yet. I had that timed just right, too. Got him! Strike 3. Again, getting ahead in the count is Yamamoto, who's had, I think, a really strong night. Missed outside. And strike 3. Just not seeing the pitches on the edges very well. Although I always tend to be more the one to take those pitches than fight them off. All right, Mason Miller, Mookie Betts. Big matchup. That's a mile outside. I do have Liberator getting ready as Betts sends one to deep right field. Back on it, Nootbaar plays it off the wall. Mookie Betts has been on fire these last couple games. Was constantly on base in Game 6. Hit a home run. And now the Dodgers hope that he can be the tying run. Bottom of the 6th. Outman towards Marsh, who didn't get the best jump, still makes the play. And now a hit down the right field line. Foul. Popped up. In comes Marsh. 2 away. I considered making a move here with Liberator. But I do love having Mason Miller out there. I don't like taking him out of the game. We thought about that. 2-2. What a pitch, fouled off by Varsho. Away with the changeup, and Betts is left at second. Great inning for Mason Miller. And what'll Luis Robert do next? 4 homers in the NLCS. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, again with strike 1. Consistently putting that in spots I'm not willing to offer at. Good pitch. His energy's low. We'll see if, he has to leave because we can finally get some more production, or if it's just 7 good innings. We're going to fight that off this time. 3-2. Fighting off the curve. Good time for a nice long at-bat. Drain that energy some more. We need a mistake. And we got one! Robert fouled off. I was a little too early. It was too good to be true. Strike 3 on the cutter. That's going to deep right field, and Donovan has a ground rule double. With that low wall there, I almost wondered if that was going to be a line shot that would get out of here. Not quite. And that is going to be it for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. So they go to the lefty right now in Colin Poche. I've got Nootbaar and then Schwarber or Mason Wynn. That didn't sound promising at all. Flied to center. And that's out number 2. What's the hitting clutch for Wynn? It can't be anything special. It is a 61 with the platoon advantage versus Schwarber, who has 53 clutch and only 61 power, 33 vision. I don't think this is the spot to bring in Schwarber. Give me a base hit, Mason. That is not going to be a base hit. Great pitch to hit. Well, that's going to be the inning. Still 2-1. Mason Miller has thrown 20 pitches. His energy is still in a solid position. Into center. Robert has a long run and has to let it bounce. Jose Miranda. Got to watch on first base if they look to steal here. No attempts in this game. When they've done it, I haven't really been ready for it. There we go. Got him chasing. He should still have enough in the tank for the fastball. And it's fouled off at 102. Lined into left, Miranda on an 0-2 pitch. 2 on for Los Angeles. And a move is going to be made. Matthew Liberatore is going to come in. Rowdy Tellez, the big lefty, will hit. Do we think that Rowdy can put down a bunt? He popped it up. Contreras, turn around. Wow. Got it down. And we're only getting 1. I didn't even throw it. I wasn't even targeting the zone. I was trying to make him, fall down 0-2 there. Rowdy gets the bunt down. And we've got to keep this run from scoring. Rogers has had a good series. We're going to walk him. Loading the bases for Jose Ramos, who has 66 speed. There's also 66 speed on third if we need to come home with the play. Biggest at-bat of the series right here. Not fooled by the curveball. 2-1. And very low. Nowhere to put him. You got to put this in the strike zone. Mookie Betts on deck. 3-2. Down the line, and that is going to be out of reach for Nootbaar. But a catch there does plate a run. Popped up! Contreras should have it. 2 away. But the next batter is maybe the last I'd want to face. It is Mookie Betts. Big strike 1. And 0-2. I was trying to get him to chase out there. Fouled off. I'm not trying to throw strikes every time either. Like, I'm legitimately trying to throw out of the zone. Got him! Strike 3, and that finishes the 7th inning. Matthew Liberatore, what an outing! Gabe Spire is in the game, while we are going to get Ryan Helsley ready. And I think with Outman and Smith opening the 8th, he needs to enter right there. And we'll also have Hoffman getting prepared. Now, I can have Liberatore face Outman. I think that'll be fine. Perdomo! It's knocked down again. Jose Miranda, nothing gets past him. This guy's playing goalie, not third base. Runner on. And now Nolan Gorman. No, I don't want to swing at that. I'm glad I missed. Let's pretend that would have been called strike anyway. No! Foolish swing. What am I doing? That is horrible. 3 swings I wanted back immediately in that at-bat. Nope. Marsh! That's better, but foul. Line past Miranda. Got to scramble the second. Perdomo is in safely. And now William Contreras. A crushed fly ball, well, foul. Bounced it, picked by Tellez, and covering heads-up play. Very good double play turn by the Dodgers as that rally chance goes to waste. Liberator, I'd like one more here. Will Smith has splits that aren't great against lefties either. We'll have to see how much of this Liberator gets. Big strike two. I thought he was going to go after that one. That one looked promising to me for some reason. 2-2. It's full. Ground ball. It's Mason Wynn. One gone. Yeah, the contact is still much better against righties. I had to check this menu. I had to verify, double check that his splits were really favorable left on right. These first pitch sinkers have been money. So is that one. What a pitch. I keep telling these guys, throw it under the zone. That's what that was supposed to be. And he just says, no, I'm going to backdoor slider our way to an 0-2 count. Ground ball through. Again, I wanted that out of the zone. These guys just won't stop throwing strikes. Sometimes you have the opposite problem. Dalton Varsho. He has higher contact against lefties, but significantly less power. In the air, left center, it's Marsh. And he makes the play. 2 gone. I am going to make another pitching change. And it's going to be Jeff Hoffman entering the game for the 3rd time in the postseason. I'm looking for 1 out here of Andy Pages. Yeah, that's perfect. Popped up. Perdomo back. Caught it. We will have a 9th inning lead in Game 7 of the NLCS. And our original closer is perfectly set up. We're on to the 9th inning. The pressure is on. Oh, how I would love one more run in this inning. Soriano has been extremely tough. 99 on the edge. And then he hits the backstop. Never had a chance. It's Luis Robert Jr. 2 for 3. And the only one who's driven in runs in this game. A drive into left field. He got way under this ball. And it's going to come down for out number 2. Brendan Donovan with 2 gone. Our last chance at offense in regulation. Lines it. And we're not done yet. Base hit. I already intended to put Victor Scott in the game defensively for Lars Nootbaar. But I'm going to have Kyle Schwarber hit for him too. But here's the thing. I could actually make this a 2-part process. If I'm okay with Tommy Troy playing third base, I could run Scott here, steal second, put in Schwarber, Scott to the outfield, Troy replaces him at third. So there is Victor Scott in the game along with Kyle Schwarber. We're going to try to get one more run out of this. And he's going on the very first pitch. Outside, and he's in. That was a really good try to get him, though. Base hit! We deliver an extra run. Schwarber does it. All the way to the wall. 3-1 St. Louis. Thank you. This trade kind of came out of nowhere, and it probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't first offered to me. I didn't accept it the first time, but I kept it in mind, realizing Schwarber was still in the league and playing well this season, and, you know, we can make one little move there for some extra power, and what a way to have it pay off. So now we should run for Schwarber. And we'll get Tommy Troy out there in case Mason Wynn seems to look for his first RBI. In the air, right center field, and it's run down. Kyle Schwarber tacks on an extra run, and the Cardinals are now 1 inning away from going to the World Series. Ryan Helsley is on for the save. Luis Robert is put into right field. Scott at center. Tommy Troy at third. His defense a little bit better than Mason Wynn's there. And here we go, everybody. We have never been closer than this. Miranda is the first batter. He's had a good game. He's played great defense, has 2 hits. Popped him up. Perdomo on the grass. 1 away. I'd be a lot more worried about Rowdy in a 2-1 game, but I don't know. He had those big hits, and I have not for a second forgotten about him. I want this under the zone, but he doesn't offer at it. Can't just throw straight fastballs at a guy with this much power. But now we are going to try to overpower him and miss inside. Do not want him to get a free pass. Full count. Helsley. Lined into the corner. Rowdy Tellez. Clutch Rowdy with a double. And the Dodgers can tie it on a long ball as the lineup turns over. It's Brendan Rodgers. We're going to have a visit because the confidence in Helsley is a little bit shaken. Oh my, if somebody else has to come in. Diaz just blew game 6 the night before. But energy-wise, he is, oddly enough, the most prepared. Out in front is Rodgers. To be honest, I didn't think Helsley's energy would deplete nearly this fast. Especially because I held him out of that last game. Purposefully. But the count is 0-2 on Rodgers. Just a cold-blooded take there. Not even flinching at the curve. Ground ball. Marino's going to make the play, and there are 2 down. It is Jose Ramos, who hit a 2-run homer, I believe, earlier in this series. It's been his main contribution in the NLCS. And the game is now on the line for both teams. 1-0-1, a strike. Emptying the tank. Strike 2. Oh, my. Off the plate. World Series bound! We finally done it! The Cardinals win the pennant, and we're going to the World Series. What a nerve-wracking game. I can't believe we pulled this off, and I can't believe we held them to a single run. Unbelievable. I was really worried about playing this game, and like all my worries were confirmed in the first inning with how good Yoshinobu Yamamoto looked, and with Cortez getting off to a predictably tough start. But the pitching settled in. They got us here, and they'll get us to the World Series. The offense wasn't great today, but we got a big home run early from Luis Robert. Tacked on that extra at the end. And now we are moving on to the World Series. Now, we saw before Texas was leading that game. I have been hoping this whole time we would get a 1987 World Series rematch between the Cardinals and the Twins. That would take a Twins comeback. And now let's see who we are meeting. For some reason, now it's not showing this game as played. You know what? It wasn't giving us the Game 7 update. It was giving us a Game 6 update. Because it was 3-1 in the 7th, which matches here. So let's see who we are facing then. It's going to be the Texas Rangers. It will not be a rematch with the Twins. I would have loved that. But we are getting the team that won the championship going into MLB The Show 24. The Rangers have Corey Seager, Evan Carter, 2 superstars. Logan Gilbert is their ace. Nathaniel Lowe, Garrett Crochet. That's going to be tough. Jonah Heim, Wyatt Langford up to an 86. Bailey Ober, Tanner Scott, Josh Young. Let's take a look at their lineup and rotation. We know they've got stars. Hard to get this far without them. Parker Derma, a 78, is their leadoff man. Only 22 years old, not a great defender. And he plays the field over Wyatt Langford for reasons unknown to me. And the rotation features 2 lefties with Gilbert, Crochet, Bailey Ober, 1, 2, 3. Then Matt Manning, Jesus Luzardo. In the pen, Tanner Scott is their closer. Looks like he's down a lot of points this year, but they still all look really good. You're telling me you're down home run per 9, 10 points, but it's still a 78? That can't be too bad. He blew 14 saves, though. A 6.29 ERA. Tanner, we cannot find any metrics that will save you here. The Rangers are so lazy, man. They have 5 starting pitchers in their bullpen. I don't know if I've seen that before, but I've certainly not noticed it. And 3 rookies. We couldn't turn Jack Leiter or Kumar Rocker into starters, so just throw them into the bullpen then. That's been their plan. It's got them this far. But I'm so happy that our run is not done here. Like, losing to the Dodgers is just a demoralizing way to end your season. And at least in this series, we are going to have a World Series appearance. I really enjoyed going through the NLCS, a best of 7, by playing 3 games in 1 episode and have it be a pretty quick flowing video. So I would like to do that same thing for the World Series. And we'll see what's in store now that we've made it further than we've ever been before. We had never won a playoff series entering this season. And now we've won 2 with only 1 more to go. And do not forget that we now have Jordan Walker healthy once again. He hasn't played in a while and not at all in the postseason, but he is back, and I'll have to make a roster move to bring him back into the starting first base spot. I think Daryl Moreno held it down, but by no means has played well enough to keep Walker from taking back his spot. So there you have it, everybody. A World Series berth for the Cardinals. I'll see you when the World Series gets underway. Thank you all for supporting the channel and the series. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.